Okay, let's see from a 1,000-foot point of view how we can demonstrate TCP packet capture between Windows and Linux. Of course, the right-hand side is Linux, and the left-hand side will be Windows 11. And don't mind my don't mind my hobby of looking at Ford vehicles that I can't afford. Anyways, here is me logging into the Linux OS, and the Windows operating system is booting up. Maybe it's a mistake to boot them up at the same time on my system. And let me log into my Windows right here. Now I'm logged into my Windows. Now on the right hand side, let me go to my Linux, and hopefully the different graphical desktops simultaneously won't mess up my my host right here. So since they're being served via virtualization. Anyways, on here, let's do a sudo ifconfig to take a look at my IP address on here. And it is 192.168.1.94. So before I do anything on the machine that we're going to be running the Wireshark on, we want to make sure we can at least ping the server. So let me bring up the CLI or command line interface, and it looks like I double clicked it several times by mistake. And let me ping 192.168.1.94, and it is able to ping it just fine. Okay, so let's run the Python server. So Python 3-m, and it's http.server, and we're going to be using the port 8000. And it is beginning to bring up the Python 3 web server. Okay, and let's X this out, and let's connect to the web server from the client operating system, the Windows 11. Let me start Firefox, and Firefox is starting. Not now. And let me get to the web server. Let me do http://192.168.1.94 with the port of 8000. Of course, that is a socket. And we are able to connect to it, which is what we want. And we're going to shrink this, and let me start Wireshark. Okay. And let me click on Ethernet, and there we are. But let me, So it is asking me to enter the password here, and I've entered it. Let me reload. Let me reload. And I want to stop this, and I want to start it again, continue without saving, and I want to reload now. I think that's the best way to do it. So you reload again, and that way you're getting a fresh request right here. And it is looking like we have enough data for this. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to look out for the 192.168.1.94. Let's see, 192.168.194 IP address. Let's do 192. Let's do HTTP. And here's a result. And let's just stop this. and let's click on the result right here, and let's go to close, and let's go to analyze, follow HTTP stream, and of course this is the entire web page. And actually, we click on it, we can see the TCP packets right here. Destination port is 8,000. Okay, source port is 58776. Okay, and let's take a look at the that is the GET request. And prior to that, though, just prior to that, we have the initial synchronization request that is going to the server. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so we can see the destination port is source port, the source port is 58776, destination port is 8,000. So that is the synchronization request. Now, the source port going from the server to here is what we call the SYN-ACK response. And then this is the response going to the server. So it goes SYN-ACK, and then ACK.